between harvesting chores and we got a kind of a break in the weather here, so I'm just continuing to cut up these 2x8 floor joists, and there's not, a whole lot for me to film here that's going to be really interesting. I just got to keep doing this, but what I am going to do is in this video I hope to show you kind of I got some hand sketches, some drawings that I've made that I kind of use while I'm building this, and I'd like to show you all what I'm building so you kind of get an idea of what we're going for here. I think I've explained it in some other videos, and if you're new to my channel, first of all, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. And so what I'm doing here is this is going to be a wood frame basement, and I'm building it out of pocket. I'm trying to do it inexpensive. I have a mill and a tractor, and I've got some woodland around me here. So I have been getting trees donated, I've been buying logs, and I've also harvested some logs. This winter I may be harvesting quite a few logs because on top of this wood frame foundation I am going to stack a cabin. The reason why I want to go with the cabin is because when you stack a cabin, your house pretty much is there. You don't have to worry about insulation, you don't have to worry about sheetrock, you're not finishing anything on the inside, maybe sanding the logs and putting a seal coat on them. So it's an inexpensive way to go. I like the looks. It's plenty warm and dry for me. So that was the plan, and that's how I'm gonna try to do this out of pocket for $20,000. These joists, the first thing I do is, because it's all rough sawn spruce, I square up the end, and then I stack the square end on the other set of sawhorses down there, and I flush up all the ends. That way I've only got to make that measurement for in here. I just cut the first one, and then I cut it, and the saw makes a mark on the board below, so I don't have to keep measuring over and over. But you do kind of have to square them up kind of individually, so it takes time. Might be a good time to talk about what's going on. I don't know if you guys noticed the hole back here. This hole is actually, I kept this framing out from the floor because I'm going to put a root cellar in here. Since this is my basement, like I said, it's going to be wood framed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to frame it out and slide it right down to the dirt, and then I'll put probably some pressure treated 2x4s on the dirt. So I'll spend some money for there, and then I'll put boards, but I'll keep about an inch space or so I can get the coolness and the moisture from the ground coming up, and I'll insulate. I'll build walls here, you know, in here, and of course this is the outside of the house. And I'll super insulate this, and I'll super insulate the floor. That'll be the ceiling, and my root cellar will be down in my basement. So as I get older, I won't have to go running around outside in the winter to get my vegetables. That's what I'm doing there. This is how far I got today. So, and again, I worked myself out of materials, so I have got to go saw some more wood. So I've got my logs. I've probably got enough here to finish that, and then I'll start putting boards on top there. I've got to wait until, well, I've got to order some more blades. The last time I sawed my board, you know, they started getting real wavy, and I had just sharpened them blades, and I didn't think the logs were that dirty. So I think them blades, I've sharpened them 3 or 4 times now, and I think they've just reached their limit. So I've ordered some blades. I'm waiting for some blades to come in, and I'll start sawing this. And in the meantime, we've still got a ton of fall chores to do. So I haven't spent any more money on the house yet. I will put the amount that we have spent to date up here in the video somewhere, and we'll keep going from here.
Okay. Cabbage is all salted. It's been sitting for about an hour and a half. It's starting to release its liquid already. But it still has to be worked. And that's the work of sauerkraut. And I remember when we were kids, my grandma would come out. She and my dad would make a 20-gallon crock of sauerkraut. And we had to walk on the cabbage. I never did develop a taste for it. That's okay. This will be good. Everybody else likes it. And this is the hardest part of the whole thing, right here. Massaging it to let it start to let go of the juices and get in the fermentation process. That's all there is to it, is cabbage and salt. Well, everything is in the crock, smashed down as tight as I can get it. And it's a fairly good sized crock. We're about half full right now, and it'll lose about half its volume before we're down. I thought about going with a smaller crock, but I'd rather have more side-to-side coverage, horizontal coverage for liquid than vertical. So we're going to go with this. We'll get the weights on, the plates on, and cover it up out in the pump house.